Hello friends and welcome to leg day. Alright, so quick rundown of what you're going to need. Resistance band, if you have one. Stability ball, if you have one. And then any load that you want to use, whether it be dumbbells, kettlebells, or no load at all. Alright, so this is leg day. We are going to hit all of our parts. And we're going to start on our backs with the ball or without the ball. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. So, if you have a ball, grab it. We're going to be on our backs. We're going to put our heels up on the ball. Okay. We're going to lie down. And we're going to start with 3 sets of 12 count bridges on the ball. So if we were doing a glute bridge, our feet would be down here. And if you don't have a ball, that's what you're going to do. So glute bridge without the ball, lift and lower, lift and lower. With a ball, have your heels on the ball, lift and lower, lift and lower. All right, so get into your position. Ready? Arms at your side. And 1, 2, squeeze the butt, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to have soft knees, 7, which means we're not locking them out, 8, or hyperextending them, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Rest for a moment. We're going to do 2 more sets of those. So again, if you're doing these without the ball, I'll do a set without the ball. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and rest. Got our 3rd set. Ready, and 1. So you'll notice the difference too between using the ball, 3 and not. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a lot more hamstring activation. 9 for the stability. 10, 11, and 12. Now, if you have a ball, we're going to do a hamstring curl. So we're going to start in that bridge position. Then we're going to roll the ball in as our hips are up, roll it out and down. All right. If you do not have a ball, we can go into a marching bridge. 1, 2. All right, so that'll just make that bridge a little bit more intense. If we are rolling the ball in and doing our hamstring curls, let's do it. Ready? And up, in, out. 1, 2, 3. You're doing great. 4. Ooh, those hamstrings. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good job. If you're doing a marching bridge, I'll do that with you this time. Inhale, exhale. So we're just looking for a little bit more hamstring and glute activation. Here we go. 1, slow and controlled. 2, 3. I'm going slowly because those bridges are going to be slowly for those hamstring curls, pardon me. 5, 6, 7, 8, you got it. 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. All right, we have one last set. So we were doing 3 sets of 12. Get ready for our last set. If you're doing those marching bridges, take them slow and controlled. If you're doing the hamstring curls, you're with me, kid. Here we go. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Love leg day. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, and 12. Good job. Bring it on up. Move your ball out of the way because you are not going to need it for our next set of exercises. You are, however, going to need a band if you have one. This is a mini band. I believe it is a 12-inch loop. You want to have it pretty snug. This one is considered kind of a medium to medium heavy, as designated by the little dots on the side. We are going to step into this, or you can sit down to put it on. And what we're going to do is have it about halfway between your knees and your ankles on your shins. Now, we also want to make sure that we maintain tension on this band, because if you step your feet all the way together, sometimes depending upon what you're wearing, it falls down to your ankles. We want to keep the tension, so we're going to keep that athletic posture. All right, so we are going to do our resistance band complex. We are going to start with a little walk from side to side. Pretend like you're balancing teacups on your shoulders, so we're not wobbling like weeble wobbles. We do not want to fall down. And then we're going to do a little bit of lifting out to the side, hip extension to the rear. All right, so athletic stance, keep the tension on the band. Don't make any sudden movements. And I'm going to use the distance of one end of my fireplace mantle to the other. All right, we're going to do this 3 times back and forth. So now we're going to call this 2, even though I started in the center. Ooh. Now we're going to start feeling those hips get a little warm. Good. Excellent. And if you don't have like a couch to use as your distance, you can always count the same number of steps in each direction. 10, 12. Whew. Oh, I'm feeling the burn. All right. And then I'm going to bring it back to the center. We're going to stand up tall. Spine is tall. We're not going to lean over when we lift our leg out to the side. Soft knees. Lift and lower. 1 with control. 2. So if you're going like this to try to get it kicked out there, don't do that. 3, 4. Flex the foot. 5, 6. Don't bend the knees too much. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Other side. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm going to turn to the side because I want you to see nice tall spine. We're going to lead with the heel back, but we're not bending, we're not flexing the knee joint. We're extending the hip back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent job. Now we go back to side. Ready? Here we go. Ooh. Got it. So we started with our hamstring activation, and now we're getting into the glutes. A little bit of quads here. We're getting our bodies prepared for some more load in that lower body. We're doing 3 rounds of this, just like we did 3 rounds with the ball. Oh, but it feels good to be working it, doesn't it? That's where you say, yes. And here we go back to center. Oh. Out to the side, ready. Here we go. 1, 2. So this leg and this leg are working. 4, 5 in different ways. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Smile, it's not that bad. 6, 7. We're in this together. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One more round of these. Then we grab our load. Are you ready? Here we go. You got it. Keep a smile on that pretty little face. You should be so proud of yourself for trying this, carving out some time for you. That's important, and it's sometimes a challenge. It's so easy to put everything else in front of ourselves and what we need. But we cannot pour from an empty cup, my friends. So if you are not making sure that you have what you need for you to exist in a healthy way, how the heck you expected to help other people? All right, get ready. We're lifting out to the side and then to the rear. Ready? Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, to the rear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Holy moly. We are going to take that band off. We are going to set it to the side. We are going to figure out what our load is going to be. So we are doing a squat. We are going to do a deadlift. And we are going to do lunges. All right, so if you have a kettlebell, you can use a kettlebell for these. If you have a barbell, you can use a barbell for these. And if you have dumbbells, any load that you choose is going to be fabulous for you. You want to find something that's going to challenge you, but still make sure that you're smiling at the end. Smiling because you did it. So if I were to do a loaded squat with a kettlebell, I might grab the kettlebell here, or I might grab the kettlebell here to do my squats. So I'm going to do my first set of squats with my kettlebell. All right, so I'm going to have my feet a little bit wider than they would be for a dumbbell or a barbell, maybe. And I am going to just let this weight hang from my shoulders. If I had something written across the front of my shirt and I was standing in front of a mirror, I would still be able to read whatever my shirt says in this down position. All right, so make sure that you keep your spine in what's called a neutral spine. And then we want to make sure that we stand up nice and slow. Let's do a set of 12. Ready? Here we go. And keep the heels down. 1. Sit back in that invisible chair. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now for our deadlift. Doing a deadlift with a kettlebell, just as simple as doing it with barbells or a dumbbell. So we're going to keep it in that same position for these. Our toes are going to be pointing forward. From our knee to our ankle is going to stay in line. And what we are doing, gaze goes forward. We're sending our hips back behind us, keeping that spine in neutral. So in the down position, you're going to feel a stretch in your hamstrings. You're going to feel your glutes. You're going to feel your abdominals engage and everything to come back up into your standing posture. So it's almost like a slingshot. If you think about your pelvis like a slingshot, drive it back, pull it forward. Now some of us are hyper flexible, so we don't know when we're feeling that stretch, because you're not necessarily going to feel that stretch. So that's when a mirror or just knowing that your positioning of your legs is very important. All right, and on this one, so important to make sure that our spine stays in neutral. The tendency can be to round our lumbar spine like this. We want to keep that spine in neutral. That's why it's really helpful to gaze goes forward. All right, and your body is usually going to follow your gaze. Ready? Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now to do our repeating lunges with a kettlebell, you're going to get into that split stance and you're going to hold that kettlebell on one side of your body. It's like a suitcase. So what you're doing is you're trying to keep your spine in neutral and not allow your spine to fall towards the weight. All right. Now, if you were doing this with dumbbells, you could have your weights at your side even or balanced, meaning, or you can rack them here. So, nice wide stance to give you enough space to drop down and still keep that spine in neutral. The tendency can be on this one to lean forward too much, to let your weight go forward too much, or if your stance is too narrow, see, I don't have room to move. My knees are going in a weird position. All right, so you can do this with a kettlebell or with your dumbbells. If I have it in my left hand, I'm going to put my right foot forward. And I'm going to not allow this to pull me over. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're driving the heel of the front foot. 5, ball of the back foot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now turn around and do the other side. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, that was round 1 of our loaded lower body work. Now we're going to do round 2. I'm going to use my dumbbells. So once again, with your loaded squat, you have so many different ways you can rack your weights. You can keep them at your side. You can front rack them here. You can keep them right at your chest. What works best for you? All right? So feet are going to be about hip width apart. Sit back in that invisible chair and then stand back up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the weight's more evenly distributed. 5 than with a kettlebell, obviously. 6, because I've got 15 on each side. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, with my deadlift, same rules apply. I'm going to keep my dumbbells in front of my legs with my palms facing in towards me, facing behind. Between your knee and your ankle is a nice strong straight line. And you're shifting your hips back, gaze goes forward. 1, slow and controlled. 2, booty is working. 3, 4, 5, 6, breathe, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we have our lunges. So we're going to do the lunges repeating with a weight on each side. Again, make sure you've got enough space so that your body's not fighting for space to get into that position. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, other side. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have one more round. What would you like to use? Do you want to use your kettlebell? Do you want to use your dumbbells? I think I'm going to use my kettlebell for my squats. And then I'm going to use my kettlebell for my deadlifts. Then I'm going to use my dumbbells for my lunges. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, one of the main differences between a squat and a deadlift is a squat, you're actively hinging your knee. With a deadlift, you're actively hinging your hip. Your knee still appears to bend, but that's not, the origination is not your knee joint bending. Does that make sense? I hope so. This is actively bending the knees. This is actively bending the hips. The knee is still going to hinge. All right, here we go with our deadlifts. 1. And that weight does not have to go all the way to the floor. 2. You just want your spine to be parallel. 3. Or as close to it as it can be. 4 to the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We now have our lunges. Breathe. You're almost done with leg day. Get ready. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Excellent job. All right. So now we're going to do some stretching. So we're going to take it down onto the floor. Take your time getting down. All right, we're in a seated posture. I want you to do your very best to try to get your ankle on top of the opposite knee. Now you'll notice that I lifted myself up to get into that position. Feel free to do whatever you need to do. You may need to lie back, put that knee into place, and then if you can prop up onto your elbows, that's fine too. But the closer you can get into this seated posture, the better the stretch is going to feel. All right, so here we go with this. So we're going to hold it for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. And I'm actively pulling this toe back. All right, and then we're going to switch. So some people are flexible enough to just get that knee, get that ankle right on top of that knee. I myself need a little bit of assistance. You can also start with this leg a little further out and then bump it in. And again, we're pulling this foot back. Whatever ankle is on that knee, we're pulling that foot back, the toes back. Good. Good job. All right, release it. Lie back, one leg is bent, the other leg is extended, hands grab behind the thigh, behind the calf. Be a little wary not to put too much pressure on the back of that knee. And we're just gently pulling this leg like we're trying to point our toe and take it above our head. But unless you are really flexible, you may not get it there. I will not get it there. And then we release and switch. So extend the leg, hands wherever they work to get that nice. We're just stretching out the entire posterior leg here. Good job. Okay, put that foot down, extend it again, the other one, and now point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and release and switch. Let's do it again. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Very good. However you can get up comfortably. Fantastic job. I hope you enjoyed our little mini leg day, and I will see you next workout.